Last night, the Cowboys took the series against the TCU Horned Frogs, and today they are looking for that series sweep. This marks their fourth conference series win in the Big 12, as they have 2 games left in conference play.
As we get older, we tend to not enjoy reading as much, but for children, it's vital for their development.
Now the season has just begun, and the Cowgirls already have a top 5 win under their belt, beating the number 4 ranked Nebraska Huskers. Now the action doesn't stop for them. We have a doubleheader tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday against Southeast Missouri State, and then meeting up again with Nebraska on Sunday. Payne County Court is back in session, hearing from one of the victims of Jesse Butler. Yeah, Aspen is the sweetest dog. She's so smooth. Aspen, do you have a word for our viewers? There you go. You know the saying, stairs are a young man's game, but chair yoga is for everybody. It has been a tumultuous series here in Stillwater, but the Cowgirls have taken it, winning this game 7-5 and taking the series 2-1. This makes 3 top 20 wins in just 5 days, and the Cowgirls are now sitting at a 28-11 overall record. Heartbreaking news tonight, as 8 children are dead after a domestic shooting in Louisiana. Now, we're heading into year 2 of the Steve Lutz era, and expectations are high, with multiple big-name transfers coming in, like shooting guard Anthony Roy, who comes from the University of Green Bay. For the past 5 years, Rachel Burnish has been serving the city of Chickasha as its assistant city manager. Now, she's moving on and up, taking on a new position in Stillwater as the city manager. Although treatment staff have confirmed that the Morrill Hall water is safe to drink, it leaves students wondering, is any of the water on campus safe? In a top 20 matchup, last night was a record-breaking home opener for the Oklahoma State Cowgirls. There was 1,802 fans in attendance at Cowgirl Stadium to watch the Orange battle the Red, going up against the number 4 ranked Nebraska Huskers, setting a new home opener attendance record. The game was both a pitching duel and a defensive showdown, seeing Big 12 Pitcher of the Week Ruby Malin go up against the renowned Jordy Fromm. Malin pitched 10 of the 11 innings, striking out 9 and walking 1, marking a new career high for her, as it was the most innings she has ever pitched. Fromm pitched 7 innings, with number 99 Alexis Jensen coming in for relief. Riley Crandall entered the game in the top of the 11th, shutting it down for the Cowgirls. The game was tied 1-1 for majority of the matchup until Rosie Davis came in clutch for the Cowgirls in the bottom of the 11th. Now the season has just begun, and the Cowgirls already have a top 5 win under their belt, beating the number 4 ranked Nebraska Huskers. Now the action doesn't stop for them. We have a doubleheader tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday against Southeast Missouri State, and then meeting up again with Nebraska on Sunday. Now we'll have to stay tuned to see how that goes, but for now, for the Daily O, I'm Shea Faulconer.
And then I remember, like, my aunt used to drop me off in a car, and then we would run. So I would race her while she was in the car, just to see like what mile an hour I could get up to.
Tori Ortiz is a name that you may recognize. A former breakout Oklahoma State track star turned successful social media influencer with hundreds of thousands of followers. Tori has made a name for herself in many arenas, working with companies like WWE, Meta, and Gatorade. Tori Ortiz was a name to be reckoned with when it came to NIL.
I think I was 19th in the country for Division I women. I mean, I was on the list with the Commander Twins and with Paige. So we were up there. So I just wonder, like, if I made that much then, what would that equivalent to now?
But despite the ease and success Tori had navigating the previously new world of NIL, she had never experienced life on this level before.
So, I mean, I say a lot for me because at the time, like, I didn't come from much. So I really didn't come from, like, I came from a mom who lives off a long-term disability and stuff. So it's just like going from that to seeing thousands of dollars every time I had a deal. Like, it was just like, whoa, this is not what I'm not used to.
But unlike many athletes who make big impulse purchases when they make their first big deal or sign their first check, Tori was smart with her money, eventually using it to buy the house she lives in now.
I knew that NIL wasn't forever. But I also knew that social media is probably only going to continue growing. So for me, I found a way to navigate to be like, okay, how can I not necessarily be having NIL money, but still have influencer money, and just find a way to be able to navigate through that. I have an account that I have like interest being made. So I did put some of it into a savings account with the money made from NIL. And then I also lived my life.
The thing about NIL is that eventually that money stops and you have to find a new way to provide for yourself. For Tori, that became social media. However, she quickly ran into complications.
So trying to find a way to still maintain what I'm known for, but also like show people there's so much more to me than an athlete. Trying to come out of being an athlete and get into the fitness world, which has already been so established. Like, you know, all these people who are huge now really just blew up when they've established themselves over a period of time versus me thinking, okay, well, I'm known for track. And I think that's what I underestimated at the time, was that I was so known for track. And I think that I should have, because I think sticking with track, it would have kept me, one, probably with the agency, and two, just kept my numbers flowing.
Now, Tori is preparing for a possible future outside of social media by going back to school to get her master's degree after 3 years.
It's been great. I love my life, but I definitely wanted to change. And I love social media, and social media is a part of my life, but it's not my life. And I've always wanted to set myself up. So if, say, social media was to have a blackout one day, and that is all my only source of income, I'm screwed. So it's like, if everything in my life is to go to crap, I'm so educated and I'll be good regardless.
And with it, a laundry list of certifications.
So once I'm done with school, I'll have my CPT, so Certified Personal Trainer, CSCS, Certified Strength and Conditioning Coach Specialist, CNC, Certified Nutrition Coach, CGFI, Certified Group Fitness Instructor. I'm already CSCS certified, well, not CSCS, High School Strength and Conditioning Coach certified. And then you have to be CPR AED certified. Then I'll have my bachelor's and my master's.
Now, one chapter is ending for Tori, but another one is just about to begin.
I just know I have so much more potential, but I don't think I'm ever going to reach it in Stillwater, honestly. So benefited so well from the university, and it was just the best time ever. But now I'm like, I've been here for 3 years post-grad. I'm about to start, my internship. I don't need to do this in Stillwater, Oklahoma. Like, it's just time to move into bigger and better things.
For the Daily O, I'm Shea Faulconer. Chair yoga. It's exactly what it sounds like. Yoga that can be done from the comfort of your own chair. It might sound a little silly or weird, but there's a very real reason why this activity is a thing.
It's really difficult, I think, if people have been injured or as they age. It gets to be a little bit trickier to balance and stay safe. So there's just so much you can do in a chair, and it's safer for a lot of people.
Carol Bender has been teaching yoga for 22 years, but tells me she never planned on teaching chair yoga. It just kind of happened.
I got asked to teach a class. I thought, why not? It was the week before the pandemic, though, and the pandemic hit, so it was actually, we did it by Zoom for 2 years.
You know the saying, stairs are a young man's game, but chair yoga is for everybody. The main goal of chair yoga is accessibility. According to a census done in 2024, Stillwater's population is around 50,000 people. Of that, 10.4% are over 65 and 10.6% are under 65 but suffer from a disability. Even without a disability, many moves in yoga practices are not friendly to people who suffer from minor issues, like myself, for example, with joint issues. So, regular fitness activities may not be suitable for some people, but that's where chair yoga comes in. What may seem easy to most is not easy for all.
Kind of going off of what Carol said, she mentioned how the goal going forward is just to raise awareness on how chair yoga is an option for people who aren't able to do regular yoga, or if they're sitting at their desk. We were talking about that earlier, just being able to throughout the day just kind of get a little bit of movement in, and just kind of showing people that it is a way that you can move your bodies and just live a healthier lifestyle.
Ashton Miller graduated from OSU last year and now works at the OSU Museum of Art, planning events like chair yoga. But she's also a participant.
As a participant, chair yoga was so much more fun than I ever could have thought it was. I had no idea I would have gotten such good stretching in, but it was also kind of a workout. I mean, I was sweating a little bit by the end of it.
The OSU Museum of Art will be hosting chair yoga every Tuesday night in February, hoping to raise more awareness that even if you have certain restrictions, you can still move your body. For the O State Report, I'm Shea Faulconer.